Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick. We're playing this like Halloween horror type game. This one is called House of the Living Dead on the zxspectrum 48K, published by Phipps Associates in 1983, and not at all based on the movie from 1974 of the same name. It's a maze type game, which would have cost you £5.95. The instructions will be coming up quite shortly. It's nincompoop play, not expert gameplay. It's not walkthrough, seeing how you got on with your first or second go. Right, so arriving at your holiday villa booked with Tom's Travel, you find the accommodation rather strange. Being a large house on a hill surrounded by woods and swamps, seemingly empty of all life, you settle down for the night only to be awoken by strange happenings. A vampire bat flits past your head. Don't know, you know it's a vampire. In seconds you realise you are in danger. To escape your bloodthirsty roommates, you have to find the 4 parts to the cross of life and take them to the centre of the room. Right, got that? Once they are together, the life force radiated from the cross will kill the monsters and will allow you to progress to the next floor, but beware, as you climb higher in the house, the ghosties are more difficult to avoid. Don't underestimate the creepy crawling hands. So, it's the cursor keys, 5 to 8. We're going round a maze, and we're going to try to collect 4 pieces of a cross. So there we go. Looks quite basic, but we'll be using keys to see how we get on. Now, if you had this game back in the day, then let me know. I'd like to hear from you what your experience would have been, your nostalgia, and all that sort of stuff. Beep, beep, we're deep, beep, with the beep. So I'm that blue guy. Oh, that's the death mark. Right, score in the bottom left, lives there. Right, here I go, walking around. Animation is not too bad. There's one bit. Return it to the middle. That red cross there. Right, that's one part. Now, I think with each level, there's going to be one more enemy to try and get you. Try and work out the AI. Looks like it's going around at random at the moment, rather than directly after me. That's 3 bits. I think level 1's going to get done. I think. Right, oh god, magenta bat's after me. If you're being chased by a magenta bat, then comment in the comment section below. But stage 1 looks fairly easy. Just there's no time limit here. It's the House of the Living Dead. Right, here we go. Biff! There we go, he's dead, and I'm through to stage 2. Thank goodness for that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. This is a part of the fun with stress busting this out. Stage 2, we've got 1 extra character. So it's fairly straightforward. You didn't really need the instructions or the story to know what's going on. We're now being chased by some weird magenta griffin and a yellow skeleton. Yay, he's got no body. Right, looks like the pieces of the cross are always going to be in the same place. Looks like the maze is always going to be exactly the same and exactly the same colour, so it's basic like that. We've just got 1 extra creature to contend with. Done again. Now, it looks like it's going to be very tricky once it gets to 3 or 4, and then we have to really start earning our money here. Oh my god. If you want to see other zxspectrum games re-reviewed, Halloween style or not Halloween style, they're in the playlist. There's a link to that in the description below. It's looking a bit hectic. Yes, so click on that. Or if you want to see everything, click on my username. Takes you to the main channel page. Don't underestimate that. Click on the playlist tab and you'll see lists of everything we've ever reviewed ever on the channel. There's also links to the Facebook page where we have a bit of fun there. And the Twitter page too. We put up links to new videos that are going up. But, you know, if you ain't got either of those two, click on the bell notification on YouTube and you'll be sent an email every time stuff comes up. Facebook page and Twitter page are quite active at the moment, but the main action is on YouTube. That's what we want to concentrate on. That's where we want all the conversation, want all the fun here. Yay, right, 4 of the smeggers, 2 skeletons, 2 magenta people. Now, I think this is going to get a bit too tricky for me. Only 4 pieces. I would, it's a small criticism, because it's an early game, 1983. This is a good, I'm quite addicted to this, I would play it quite a lot, but I would like different mazes, or to at least change colour at some point. We're going up and up and up. Now, I don't know, oh god, 4's a bit tricky. I don't know how many is the maximum. If you're playing this, comment back and tell me what's the most amount of creature you've had chasing you around this crazy house. If you are currently running around in your own house being chased by a variety of monsters, then comment in the comment section below. Are you in a House of the Living Dead? I mean, Living Dead, that doesn't really make sense, does it? House of the Dead Living. Living Dead, are you living or are you dead? Make your mind up. I mean, a zombie is even slightly alive because he's moving about. Or she's moving about. Let's not get sexist here. You get women zombies too. Equal rights for zombies, that's what I say. Right. But this is just a blue guy. Looks a bit like Morph, that children's character made out of plasticine. Congratulations, the best score. So we had 3 lives. We got 2 for level 4. Boo, 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 boo. I mean, it's supposed to be a house. Where's the living room? Where's the kitchen? Where's the dining room? Where's the TV room? Where's the orangery? I mean, Jet Set Willie wouldn't live in this house. Just one room. Going up and up and up and up. Right, we'll have another go. This cyan man's not wearing any trousers, I don't think. Here he goes. He runs like a crazy fool, zipping along. So, basic as this is, would I play this a lot back in the day? Yes. Why? Because it's straightforward and it's an early 80s game. So, you know, a lot of games were a bit like this, but this is one of the better ones from Phipps Associates. I think, I might be wrong, the only other game we've reviewed from Phipps Associates, a very small publisher, is Killer Knight, and that was a year after this in 1984. Check that one out, Killer Knight. That was very, very basic, influenced by Jumpman or, you know, Kong, which was the introduction to Super Mario. It was called Jumpman back then, believe it or not. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 bum. So, you know, for the era, there's quite a bit of animation in this. The creatures are moving. Look at that. The griffin thing is flapping its wings. The skeleton is running along, so it's not just a set standard still graphic going along. So there's attention to detail. They've taken time over doing this, and although it looks quite basic by today's standards, if you're not familiar with 8-bit retro gaming, you just clicked on this in error because I'm talking Blarney. But for the time, it is quite advanced. It would have cost you £5.95, believe it or not, so it was top dollar. Things like Attic Attack would have come out with similar sort of times, would buy that instead. But it's got a certain charm to it. You know, it's been compiled, so, you know, it's not performing just in basic, it's going a bit quicker than that. There's a lot of things moving on the screen at the same time. There's no visible slowdown, so I would still play it today, funnily enough, to have a little bit of fun, because it is amusing me. It's got a good theme, horror, Halloween, that sort of thing. And we'll be reviewing, if you're watching these live as they go up, we're reviewing a few horror-like themed games. This is one you might not have come across. And I think the horror theme games, the one that springs to mind most often is Ghosts and Goblins. That was a good one. And, you know, there's a few other good horror-based ones as well. And we review them every year. The channel's been going quite a while. Eventually we would end up reviewing all of them. Friday the 13th as well. We did maybe a few years back. Put your favourite horror game on the zxspectrum below. I suppose you could include Attic Attack in that, one of my favourite games of all time on any system. That's got Count Dracula in it, and Frankenstein, and various other creatures and witches, so that is a good horror one as well. Kaboom! Kaboom it, baby! Right, now this is when it starts too tricky now for me. 4 of them. I mean, maybe I should bide my time, or somehow wait till they all go in the same place, but it doesn't look like they come into the centre square, so you can use that as a safe haven. I don't seem to come into the centre bit at all, so maybe that's the secret. Right, can I make it there? Right, that's 2 bits. Come on, Nicky. Oh, no! Yeah, see, once they get about 2 graphics behind you, you can't get round the corner to turn before they're on your bottom. So that's the one bit you have to bear in mind. But for what is there, I'm really enjoying this game. If you've got emulation, you can download it for free. House of the Living Dead from World of Spectrum. They probably do the program there. And Spectrum Computing. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I don't know a great deal about Phipps Associates. I don't think they produce many games. But I'm sure we'll hit them every so often until we've done all of them. ZX Spectrum, it's an 8-bit world. My favourite era. Why is it my favourite era? It's the first computer I ever owned. And you can't recreate that. Have you had a PlayStation as the first computer you ever owned? Have you had fondness for that era? Have you had Amiga era? I've got fondness for all these eras growing up, but the first one is super special. Whether you had an Atari 2600, a Commodore 64, VIC-20, an Amstrad CPC, you know, we can all come together. And I respect all systems, like a historian, I suppose. So I won't shout down someone over one system or another. And it goes on forever. Is the Dreamcast better than the PlayStation? Nintendo 64 better than the Super Nintendo? And some games are better, some aren't, you know. All of them have their stinkers, all of them have their brilliant ones, but let's just focus on the whole thing as a whole, baby. Right, this looks quite easy now, doesn't it? Against just one of the flappy creatures. We haven't views to be about 10 minutes long. I think I might have already drifted over that. So let's be a bit more cavalier with this. fourth one. Do 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 do. Kabiff. Stage 2 versus 2. So you know about this. Good story build up to, quite straightforward. Collect 4 bits. Attic Attack, of course, much more advanced than this. Massive maze and room to explore, a house to explore. This is just on one single screen, so it takes it right back to basics. I suppose the starting off of these ones was probably Pac-Man. We get to collect all the power pills everywhere. And that was probably the basis for everything, really. That one back in 1980 in the arcades, of course, from Namco. The Mus Pac-Man was to come a bit later. And then the 3D one, which is my favourite edition of Pac-Man, is Pac-Mania. Never to be bettered, in my opinion. Yes, I've seen lots of Pac-Man games. There's lots of Pac-Man clones. That and Space Invaders are probably the most influential games out there for other clones and stuff. Defender, a little bit too, and Asteroids. And that's me done for. Well, I found that highly enjoyable. Very basic, but as I say, if you're into 8-bit gaming, this is a good one, and it's funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So, hope you like having a look at that one. I enjoyed playing it. That was House of the Living Dead, published by Phipps Associates in 1983. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye. Goodbye. If you are currently running around in your own house being chased by a variety of monsters, then comment in the comment section below. Are you in a house of the living dead?